With all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And we are underway from Houston. Here's the Chiefs offense for their first possession, and it's Patrick Mahomes at quarterback.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Their first play from scrimmage is a pickup of 13. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. It's excellent execution to get things started.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. Here's 2nd and 7. They go play action. Now Mahomes. He finds his man complete. It's Bush. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Catch number 44 on the year. It's a first down.
And even though this is a top 5 rushing offense, and we see this especially early in the game, they're going to do their best to keep you honest. They don't want you getting the habit of stacking the box, so that's a good throw there. And they're able to come up with the first down.
Mahomes now on first down. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Now a 2nd and 10. Up the middle they go. Bradford. And some good tackling there as he's stopped up at about the 41. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. And the Chiefs are out to a 3-0 lead. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And they will be led out by a guy certainly still trying to prove himself here in the league, the young rookie quarterback.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And out across midfield down to the 45. It's a gain of 34.
Let's just call it as we just saw right there, a breakdown defensively. Seems like no one went with the tight end, and no one really did. Had all sorts of space in the middle of the field. Yeah, everyone else was covered, but he was not. Big play results.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Now a handoff up the middle. Long. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 30. Now, look, that wasn't a huge game, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They'll keep it on the ground. It's long. That'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the 1st down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away no good. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the extended rest. Does that change?
And kind of do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
On 1st down, Bradford. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
When you look at this defense,
they currently sit at number 4 in the NFL in terms of stopping the run.
Numbers don't tell you everything, but they do paint a pretty good picture. We're talking about 2 top 5 units going at each other. One in running the ball, one in stopping the run. I think this is going to be a whole lot of fun myself.
So the completion good for 7 there. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Up the middle they go. Bradford. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Now the Chiefs bring on their field goal unit. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. And his kick is good. And that will make it 6-0. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Man, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game.
just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go, and we've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they're on the first or second seed come playoff time.
They'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the shotgun, Lawrence working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. That one goes for 8 yards.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
On first down, Lawrence. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Now a give right side. It's long, and he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's third down and inches.
Lawrence on third down.
And that is incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on third down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
When you look at this defense,
they're trying to cover up some holes in the secondary. Right now, bottom 5 in the league against the pass at number 28.
But they lack in pass defense. They do make up for in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against some people trying to move the ball on the ground. But this is a passing league. So there's a conundrum for them. How do they get better defending the pass? That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
and they'll run the option to start the drive.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down.
It looked like almost some miscommunication defensively, because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball, but the assignment gets mixed up. That's the end result.
And 22 more yards there and another first down.
Pretty nice play here. They go read option, read the defensive end, and when he collapsed down inside, how about the quarterback pulling it, keeping it, and not only getting to the second level, but picking up some really nice yardage.
Very, very well read. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory, right at the 40. And they'll send the tight end in motion. They'll run on first down.
Long. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Lawrence will throw.
He's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Now Lawrence.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. Six 0 our score after 1. Second quarter down, it's our home team with possession as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. And this one is no good. He missed it, and the deficit will stay at 2 field goals.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
So here are the Chiefs to take over. They were winners last week in that game against Kansas City, and they are on top right now as well. They've got it 1st and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackled him for a loss.
They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
When teams practice their plays during the week, they're hoping that it's going to pay off on game day. So it sure has to feel good for them when they hit them during a game, and they hit that one there for big yardage.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Roth. And he is going to lose yardage here. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. They go play fake. Mahomes. His throw caught right around the 6. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. And again, it's Mahomes. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Richardson. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it works very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball a little bit, maybe featuring other people touching it for a while. And then you get a chance to come back to him when things have changed a little bit. They have to make an adjustment.
Still time for him here as we sit in the 2nd quarter. On 2nd down now. It's long. And he can muster only a couple here to the 24. This offense on 3rd down today, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. It'll go in the books as a sack and a loss of a yard, but more importantly, it leads to 4th down. And they bring their punter out there now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Try to lay one up deep. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
A 40-yard punt, no return, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Houston set to take over. Their dreams of an undefeated season shattered with the loss a week ago. Now, look, whenever an undefeated team goes down, you always hear some say, well, they needed that. I don't know, Charles. Is that a narrative that you buy into?
Well, I haven't met a coach yet that feels like they needed that loss. You know, that's not something that they're in favor of. But I do know this. People like us, our colleagues, all of us in the media, constantly hammering a team that's undefeated. Hey, do you think you can do it the whole season? Can you carry it the whole way? That does wear down a group, and sometimes that loss, get us off your back, you can move forward from there.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd down and a yard. They'll try the left side. Low. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. 2 division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, and I think when you're talking about the talk about this game coming into play, you're talking about me because I blew up your phone all week prior to this one. I was so excited about this game because to me, it's not out of the realm of possibility that these two teams see each other again down the road. I like this matchup. They match up very well against each other.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Now here's Mahomes. Pushes past him. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Here's Mahomes to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Roth. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. He finds his man, complete. It's Bush. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. On play action, it's Mahomes. He finds his man, complete. It's Harrington. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it's 2nd down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'm guaranteeing he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Mahomes. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Houston's offense taking over again. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done.
And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
On 1st down, it's long.
And he's across the 45. It'll be 2nd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. From the 46, here's a 2nd and 7. Here's Lawrence.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 36. A nice pickup of 17 yards.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
From the gun, it's Lawrence.
He finds his man, complete. That's Barnett. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
And to throw again is Lawrence. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a 1st down here as they get into field goal range, down just shy of the 20.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to run.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
On 3rd down, Lawrence.
And he comes back with one complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up.
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there as the first half is winding down.
And the Dragons are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there. And let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with Mahomes under center, anything's possible. Watch out for the deep ball. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Chiefs on top. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in a minute, but first, let's take a spin around the NFL and see what's going on here in week number 10. We'll get started out in Texas, NRG Stadium in Houston, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. C.J. Stroud, strong in the victory, as it pushes his guys back above the 500 mark on the year. From there, let's head west to see what's going on with the Raiders at home in Las Vegas. And they've got the lead in that one over the visiting Atlanta Falcons. Bryce Young has thrown a touchdown pass. Finally, we finish at MetLife Stadium to see what's going on with the Jets. As you can see the score there in the second quarter. Trevor Lawrence has thrown a touchdown pass. This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, and we have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side can play mistake-free football the rest of the way.
Taken at the goal line. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
2nd and 10. Lawrence. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Tough one there. First drive of the third quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
So here are the Chiefs to take over. They were victorious over the Chargers last week, and now they work with a lead again here as they come up 1st and 10. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. This defense coming out after the half, and if that plays any indicator, Charles, maybe a little refreshed and refocused here for quarters 3 and 4.
Yeah, they did really well on that one. That's exactly what they need to keep doing if they want to change their fortunes in this game.
On 2nd down, Bradford. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 47 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that will extend their lead even further.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
And now out comes Houston.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster. Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
And he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
He's going to float this one deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. And it'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first. A huge play there for Houston. 47 yards. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is. His ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
Throwing again here, it's Lawrence.
And he hits Drake. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
Now Lawrence to throw.
Touchdown! A great effort there. With his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Dragons are back within a score.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Chiefs ready to rock again on offense. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up the touchdown.
Now here's a throw that's complete. Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
2nd and a couple. Now a handoff up the middle. Bradford and a 42-yard line here and brought down there. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Now Mahomes. He finds his man, complete. That's Roth. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 2. From midfield, here's Mahomes. And his throw here's incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
There are a lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on 3rd down. That pickup there was big because they had struggled throughout this one.
Now Mahomes.
Throwing right, and that's complete. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
They'll run on for, and it's a fumble.
But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
I don't know about you, but I'm going to go to the positive side this time. Yeah, there was a fumble at the end of this one, but what a sustained drive. And if they keep stringing those together, you got to like their chances.
And credit the defense, though. You're out there for that long, you start to get tired, but they were able to get the turnover.
Did you just credit the defense?
I like to credit the defense and the offense.
I like you.
And the analysts.
That's perfect.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. The long drive last time out for this offense, Charles, if you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
And on now is the punter, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
And out come the Chiefs now. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Up the middle they go. Bradford, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
What do they have for this? 3rd and 11.
Mahomes now to throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. No gain on the play, and it's second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now left side on the swing pass, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Chiefs on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 7. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Here's the Chiefs punter now as he's on to kick it away. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line.
Houston's offense taking over again. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
On second down, Lawrence.
He finds his man, complete. It's long. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Lawrence will throw. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 7 catches for him now in this last one, a first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
On first down, it's long. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
They go play action now. Lawrence.
They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Lawrence on third down.
That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
Lawrence running right on the option. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down.
Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
Now Lawrence.
And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Well, he's had success running the football in this one. Yeah, that's undeniable. But that time, the defense was on to it.
And, partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
A new lease on life after the 4th down conversion. Here's 1st and 10. Now Lawrence.
He finds his man complete. That's Barnett. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They'll run on first down. It's long. Down to the 25. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
On the door now. There's a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
That's complete right around the 8.
Ineligible receiver downfield. Offense.
Now those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. From the shotgun, Lawrence.
And this one's incomplete.
Behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 15. Looking to throw, Lawrence.
He'll be hit and taken down at the 21.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. Here is 3rd and quite a ways. Play action. It's Lawrence.
And he fires one, but incomplete.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
And this one is right through. And that will cut the lead down to just 2. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers. 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for a 4-minute offense, and this offensive line's really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Mahomes going to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And now a throw incomplete.
Yes, a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas.
Yeah, a little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield and giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
On first down, Lawrence.
Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's first and 10. Now Lawrence on first down.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
They come up now on 2nd and 2. And to throw again is Lawrence.
The kill here, it's complete.
2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter.
So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. A run there on first down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
On 2nd down now, it's Long. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Throwing now, Lawrence.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Now a timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
They'll fake it on the jet sweep, but instead they'll hand off up the middle.
He finds some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 3rd down, Long. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
Here comes Mahomes and the Chiefs, down 20-19, a little under 30 seconds remaining. Now their lead is evaporated, but they still have a shot on first down.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And so much for the game-winning 2-minute drive. I think that interception return there pretty much seals the deal.
And one thing to keep in mind, in this situation with the score that close, defense isn't backing off and just giving you easy throws. They're playing aggressively as well, and they end up picking that one off and sealing the deal for themselves.
Now the try here for the extra point. And that one will ensure that it'll take a touchdown and the 2-point conversion to tie this thing. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. And now here comes Kansas City. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here.
One final try from Mahomes. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught inside the 5.
That's interference. Defense.
So pass interference the call, and that does not look to be going over too well on the defensive side.
Or on their sideline, because I believe their head coach is saying right now, hey, you got to call that both ways.
Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end.
Well, they came so close, Charles. They were knocking on the door in a one-possession game, but ultimately the defense held tough to get the victory.
And doesn't it feel like it just leaves them asking what could have been? So many moments when they could have had a big play to change the outcome of this game. And let's face it, none bigger than that final snap that just fell short.
So for Houston, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-1 now on the year. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Houston Texans next week. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, they come back to the pack a bit as their record falls to 7-3. And they'll get a late bye next week, which might be coming at the right time. And they'll be back in action in Week 12. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.